Shedeur Sanders is too good for the Browns to have him practicing with third stringers, guys who more than likely either will get cut or they'll be on the practice squad. Every OTA practice, when they post his numbers from that OTA session, he's throwing 3 touchdowns, maybe 1 interception at the most, and the ball is barely touching the grass. He's the best quarterback on the Browns roster right now. He should not be wasting his time practicing with third stringers when he should be running with the ones, getting meaningful reps. So when he ends up taking his job over from Joe Flacco eventually, he has enough timing and chemistry down where he can come in and dominate. All the Browns are doing is hurting Shedeur Sanders' development by allowing him to miss out on meaningful reps with the starters. Because he eventually will start for Cleveland this year. And there's a high possibility that he may start as soon as week 1 for the Browns. Joe Flacco is nothing more but a bona fide high-level backup at this point in his career. The Browns, if they want to have any shot at making it to the playoffs this year, starting Shedeur gives them the best chance at doing so. You are wasting his time and his talent by continuing to let him practice with third stringers. He's dominating the third string every single practice session. Well, JT, if he's so good, then he's expected to dominate third stringers. Yeah, duh, which is why he needs an increase in competition. So he can get ready for when he actually does take over the starting reins to get somewhat acclimated to the speed of the game. Shedeur isn't getting any development by going up against competition that's making it too easy for him. And that's what the Browns are doing by making him practice against third stringers. There was a practice session when he didn't get any reps with the first string when the other 3 quarterbacks on the roster did. Dillon Gabriel is not a better quarterback than Shedeur. He has a noodle arm compared to Shedeur, and he's not halfway the athlete that Shedeur Sanders is. Remind you that Shedeur Sanders was the most accurate quarterback in all of college football last year. He transformed Colorado from being a 1-win program when he first arrived there to a 9-win team when he walked out. His jersey didn't get retired just because of nepotism, but he truly was one of the greatest players in the history of that program. Shedeur Sanders is being wasted by the Browns continuing to disrespect him, having him practice and earn his stripes against third stringers. No, he needs to be out there getting reps with the ones, getting ready to take over the reins as the starting quarterback to save this poverty franchise. Shedeur getting passed up by the Browns 4 or 5 times was a blessing for this franchise, because if any team had working eyes, they would have saw that Shedeur was worth a first-round pick in spite of him maybe, screwing over some teams in the interview process. We don't really know what goes on behind closed doors, but from a talent standpoint, Shedeur was the second best quarterback in this draft. Dillon Gabriel, Jalen Milroe, Tyler Shuck, Jackson Dart were not better than Shedeur Sanders. And that will be proven when Shedeur finally gets handed over the reins to this Browns offense as the starting quarterback at some point during this season, rather it be early week 1 or late during the season, he will start. And Jimmy Haslam has made a lot of bad decisions as the owner of the Browns, but drafting Shedeur Sanders is the best one that he has ever made, because he finally is going to have a franchise quarterback. They haven't had a quarterback as good as Shedeur Sanders since they kicked Baker Mayfield to the curb in exchange for Diddy Watson. The Browns are making it way too easy for Shedeur Sanders. He needs more competition. He needs to be challenged more. And the only way he's going to improve is by going up against the first string, because that's where he belongs. Where you're drafted does not define your talent level. He was a first-round pick that fell in the draft due to optics. And I get it. The interviews during the draft process are really important. But we're past that now. The Browns have to realize what they have in their hands. They have eventually what will be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL and one of the greatest draft day steals in NFL history. Stop wasting Shedeur Sanders' time going up against practice squad players and guys who more than likely will be playing in the UFL. Give him those first team reps so he can get better, so he can prepare himself for what he actually is going to face when he starts this year.